Lydia Days off Fight Connect TV. I'm here at Boxer's press conference ahead of an iconic, historic week ahead. Savannah Martian versus Clarissa Shields, and I'm delighted to be joined by the one, the only Shannon, who's also featured on the card this weekend. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you as always.
And you.
Obviously, I had the pleasure of not only interviewing you for your professional debut, but also getting to interview you along the way. So it's really good to see you here, mixing with everyone, confidence growing, looking beautiful as ever.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here. You know, the story that I have is that I worked at O2, now I'm partnered with O2, and then to fight at the O2 at a historic event is just incredible.
Let's talk about that, because I know that the deal that you or your team 258 brokered with the O2 was historic in its own sense, because they don't sponsor fighters. I think you're the first sponsored fighter, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm the first individual athlete that they've ever sponsored. Apart from that, it's just a rugby team. Yeah. So yeah, that in itself is a historic moment, and it's just a surreal feeling to know that and to be a part of it, you know?
It's such an important part of your story as well, because we see not only with athletes, but I suppose for anyone out there who has a dream or a goal to be anything in life, and to see it all come full circle the same way that you have is incredible.
Yeah, and it's just that the impact I'm trying to have, not just on females, but everyone in general, is not just in sport, but anything that you do in life. No matter what job it is, it's always a path to lead you to where you want to be. But that's why I said in one of my clips, I've done my 9 to 5 and I've done my 6 to 10, because a lot of people do their job, their day job, and then they don't do anything what they want to do after. And it's that extra part that you need to do to get to where you want to be.
You've kickboxer, you've been in sport your entire life, so you had a vision or a goal from a young age of what you wanted to be. But do you have advice for people who are maybe stuck on what they want to do? How did you find your purpose in life, I suppose?
Yeah, I think it was from when I was 5 years old. Fighting is what I know, it's what I've been taught. So growing up, all I knew was training every week, every day, you know. And I think it was when I reached the pinnacle in the kickboxing, and I thought, what's next? What can I do? That's when I knew my purpose was boxing after my first session. And I just knew the first day that I knew I wanted to go pro, I had that vision, I had that goal, and then when the 258 opportunity come across, we both have the same vision of my career, and we're just looking forward to the future.
And finally, I know we're going to get wrapped up here and get the press conference started, but we have to talk about the volume of this event, because Boxer have been fantastic in getting behind you, and rightly so, deservedly so. But for you to be on a card, all women, historic in its own right, and to have a main event and a co-main event like what we have this weekend, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, do you know what? It's absolutely incredible. When you really think about it, when I come into boxing in 2018, obviously I wasn't involved in boxing years ago, so I'd done my homework, done my research, and even in 2018 women's boxing wasn't where it is today, even then. So to see where it is in 2022, it's incredible. And of course not every fight card moving forward is going to be all females, but what this does show is that the amount of people or females doing sport, we can hold our own and make a whole card, you know?
Absolutely. I think it's one of those cards as well where everyone's kind of excited. It's not a regular fight week. There's something a little bit different, obviously. But I have to mention as well, I interviewed Michael Venom Page after your last fight, and he was just like, Lydia, she's amazing. That's my sis. What's it like to have the support of someone so not only an incredible fighter in his own right, but so high profile as well, and that's actively out there getting the good Shannon Ryan word out there?
Yeah, do you know what? I've always wanted a brother, and he's literally like my brother. I've got 2 sisters, but do you know what? I think we have a similar story.
Yes.
So when he done the kickboxing, he done the same the sport karate as I did. Yeah. Then he went on to the MMA and won things in there, you know. So my path is boxing, and I just feel like if I need him for advice or anything, he's there because he's shared the same pathway as I have.
It's a lovely relationship. I'm glad that I discovered it. But listen, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for your time. What a pleasure. Shannon Ryan for Fight Connect TV.